All right, so in this video, I'm going to reveal the smartest business model to actually make $1 million in profit online with AI right now. So I believe that most of the gurus that you're seeing online right now are leading you completely astray and preying on your shiny object syndrome. They're essentially feeding you crumbs, teaching you low leverage ways to make money with AI, while they make most of their money selling you courses on how to make money with AI. And they're not actually printing serious cash with the thing that they're preaching. So in this video, I'm going to break down in detail the exact service I've sold to make over $3 million online and the exact AI applications that helped me do it, so you can just copy me. And just so you can see I'm not another shit talker on the internet, here's some recent payments that have come through from me selling this exact service. All had ticket payments, 8,000, 8,000, 8,000, 7,000, 8,000, 6,600. And more importantly, here's an example of a high value client that's paid us over $43,000 from one single client. But before we get into it, I just wanted to let you know about my new book, which I'm insanely excited about, called The One Man Agency: How to Make a High Multi-Six-Figure Income Online with the Most Reliable Business Model on the Internet, which I wholeheartedly believe is the single best resource out there in the market on how to scale any form of digital marketing service business, whether it's a marketing agency or whether it's an SMMA or whatever acronym you want to throw at it. This isn't just like a simple lead magnet PDF or ebook. This is 45,000 words right now. This has taken me the past 4 months of dedicated work to put together and compile my entire 7 years of experience. And it's 125 pages on a Google Doc right now. It'll probably be a lot more once it's reformatted into a PDF. So all you need to do if you want to get first dibs and access to this is join my private school group. The link is going to be in the description. Make sure that you're in there so that you can get access to this first. But let's get into it. All right, so first things first, this is most of you right now. I actually use AI to just make this image, but most of you are kind of seeing all the ambient buzz and hype about AI, and rightly so. Your mind is probably racing around all the possibilities and ways to make money with AI. But the way that is most lucrative right now is not actually what people are talking about, and most likely not what you're thinking. And so some of the things that people are talking about that I completely disagree with is, number one, AI automation agencies, which people will describe as essentially solving problems broadly for business owners with AI. But they'll never really go too deep into the specific automations that are actually getting built, how they're monetizing it, and how much that revenue they've made in a full 12-month time frame. Another example is an AI content management service, where you're using AI to create content on behalf of a business and essentially just managing their socials. And another different example is faceless YouTube channels, where you're just earning YouTube revenue from getting views on a faceless YouTube account and using AI to create the content. So let's break down the reasons why I think this doesn't work. Now, you can make money with some of these models, but I don't think it is the best way or the highest leverage way. So number one is that there's no recurring revenue. So most of these AI infrastructures or AI automations that you're building out for businesses are once-off projects. It's kind of similar to if you were a web design agency, where you only make money when you get these big one-off projects. And there's huge downside to that, because every single month you're essentially starting from scratch, and you've got no predictability of income and revenue. Whereas the model that I preach means that we're stacking 4-figure retainers, so we've got a consistent, healthy cash flow of money coming in every single month. Next is that often it's not an opportunity offer. So the difference between an opportunity offer and a convenience offer is that, I have to deal with my misspelling for now, is that a convenience offer is essentially taking something off a business owner's plate that they could otherwise do if they wanted to, but they would rather someone else do it. These are tasks that a virtual assistant could do. These are tasks that they know how to do, like produce content and manage their social media, but they really just don't want to. Whereas an opportunity offer is we're selling the opportunity of business growth, which we'll dive into a little bit more in a second. And so the key difference here is knowledge arbitrage and value added. If you're selling someone the opportunity of business growth and you can tie real numbers to how much money you can potentially make someone, they're going to be willing to pay so much more for that solution than some random once-off AI automation that maybe saves them a bit of time on a weekly basis. Even though those things are valuable, business owners are always going to be willing to pay more for growing their business and acquiring new customers than making a subtle improvement in efficiency in their existing business. Which leads me to the next topic, which is answering the question, what is the best problem to solve? So the best problem to solve is client/customer acquisition. So any version of the thing that you're planning on selling should be focused around helping another business get more customers and clients. That is always going to be the easiest and most valuable and evergreen thing to sell online. This is what I built my business off the back of, which is called Reliable Leads, where we help real estate professionals acquire more listings through social media lead generation. And I've made over $3 million doing it. This is what people like Alex Hormozi built their fortune off of. Everyone knows Hormozi's story. He had a company called Gym Launch, which he sold for $40+ million, where he helped gym owners acquire new customers. And so what I'm getting at is the problem with most of these AI solutions is that they're not even contributing towards solving this core problem, and they're leaving a crucial piece of the puzzle out. And so what is the solution and what should we be selling? It is AI enhanced lead generation services. And so this screenshot that you can see right here from my Stripe account is from one of our clients that has paid us $2,000 a month for about a year and a half or a little bit more, which has resulted in $43,000 in revenue. Now I did the math and it works out that you only need like 22 or 23 of these clients that retain for over 12 months to make $1 million in revenue with a business, which obviously creates a striking difference between these other business models where you need to do so much volume and so much more work on customer acquisition because you have this churn and burn model where you acquire clients, do some setup of an AI automation model, and then you have to be on to the next. And so even though, this screenshot might look really good with all of these high ticket retainers coming in, I would way rather have less clients and less high ticket payments coming through if it meant that I had a small batch of high paying clients that stayed with my business for over 12 months. Okay, so let's dive into the actual moving pieces of this service that I've sold and the AI applications that I've used to make it possible so that our clients get great results and so it's profitable for us to fulfill. So the key component and core pillar of the service that we're selling is paid traffic. If the main solution that we're selling is customer acquisition, then you can have the most fancy AI bot automation complex mechanisms built out for a business. But if there's not more eyeballs on their offer and if there's not consistent lead flow into their sales pipeline, then any AI automation that you build is going to be worthless and isn't going to move the needle for the business. So the first thing that we need to have dialed in is an excellent paid advertising and lead generation solution. This is what my company mastered for the real estate niche. So we would run 3 core campaigns. We'd run buy lead gen ads to promote recently listed properties. We'd run sell lead generation ads and collect valuation or appraisal inquiries. Then we'd run retargeting ads to a video sales letter marketing asset that we'd help our clients build out. Then we'd set up an automated SMS and email follow-up campaign. We'd also do monthly SMS blasts. We'd give them all of the follow-up procedures and appointment setting strategies. We'd give them our proven appointment setting scripts and frameworks. And then we'd install an AI appointment setter to follow up with all of the leads and book in sales consults on autopilot. And the whole framework was built to help real estate professionals scale towards $1 million a year in commission earned. And so some of the ways that we've implemented AI into our service delivery, a lot of them aren't necessarily client facing, but they're things that allow us to improve the quality of the service and get things done quicker. For example, to produce a video sales letter funnel for a client, there's a lot of pre-work involved with creating that video. So one of the things that we do is on our onboarding calls, we have a worksheet that we give to our client where they have to answer like 8 to 10 questions about their business and about their situation so that we can develop a custom script for their video sales letter, which they're going to then film so that we can put it on their landing page. And so what we do is we created our own pre-trained GPT that includes the format and style of high quality video sales letters and is pre-trained on high converting video sales letters. Then once the client has completed that worksheet, we just plug that worksheet into the GPT, which spits out a pre-written script, which we then might refine a little bit and then send it over to the client. And so now we can offer a highly valuable service, which is video sales letter scripting, which some copywriters charge $20, $30, $40, $50,000 for at the highest levels. And we're incorporating that at a fraction of the cost within this entire ecosystem. Next, for example, this SMS and email follow-up. So we created a database nurturing campaign for our clients that includes 33 texts and emails that each touch point gets sent out every 11 days, which means that every single lead that enters the pipeline that we generate for our clients gets a year's worth of follow-up. And so that's a lot of content to create 33 texts and emails. But what do? We used AI to create every single one of those. The next AI solution is an AI appointment setter. So we use Go High Level's native conversational AI and built this entire automation that speaks to all of the leads over SMS that are coming through from the lead generation campaigns that we're running. Because what most marketing agencies experience is that one of their biggest challenges for client retention and client results is obviously lead conversion, turning leads into appointments or money in the bank for your clients. And usually where most leads slip through the cracks is your clients not having enough time to sift through and find the highest quality leads. And so we built this AI appointment setter that's completely conversational, goes back and forth with all the inquiries that are coming in, asks the most important qualification questions, and then pitches a sales consult without the agent having to lift a finger. And what it will even do is it will update the pipeline stages of the leads into relevant pipeline stages so that they can see who's low quality, mid quality, and high quality leads so that they can prioritize their prospecting flow accordingly. This resulted in a huge uptick in client results, huge uptick in client satisfaction, but then also allowed us to introduce a unique selling point within our service, showcasing that we're leveraging AI to help them convert more of the leads that they're generating from social media. Another way that we have incorporated AI into our agency is by building a knowledge base for client support. And so one of the most annoying and time-consuming aspects of running an agency is all of the monotonous client support and just answering basic questions. And so what we did is, again, we used ChatGPT, trained it up on all of the client support data that we have with like previous emails, Slack channels, everything that we could find, so that now we can just use a virtual assistant to handle most client support situations where the virtual assistant doesn't have to have an insane amount of experience or knowledge on our processes and service delivery. They can just plug the client query into our GPT and then get back to them quickly with a perfect response. And there's so many other ways that we've used AI to dramatically increase the productivity of our business without having to add more team members. For example, using AI image creation tools to make creatives for our clients and not having to use a graphic designer as much, using AI for copywriting and creating copywriting variations for our media buyers, and using it for all of our own internal marketing asset creation, whether or not it's writing scripts for ads, writing scripts for YouTube videos, writing scripts for short form content. So the key insight that I think is most important here is that you shouldn't be trying to make money online with AI by exclusively selling an AI solution. You want to be making money by enhancing an existing proven service and a proven business model with AI. This in general is where I really see the most money to be made, is by executing well on already proven business models like social media marketing agencies, but knowing how to install all of these different AI solutions so that you can provide better services for your clients, but with less work, and keeping your team really, really small so you can have high margins, make a really great amount of money, but still have the time freedom to actually be able to enjoy the cash. And that's it for this one. If you want to learn more about how to make a high multi-six-figure income online with a digital marketing agency, then make sure to subscribe to the channel so you get notified when I upload new videos, and make sure to click the link in the description to join my private school community, Agency Scaling Secrets, so you can get first dibs on my new book as well. All right, peace.